Before we dive in, if you're passionate about organic gardening and want to unlock nature's hidden tricks for thriving soil, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Every gardener knows the frustration. You put in the work during spring and summer only to see your soil compact, dry, or lose its fertility by winter. But what if the cold season could actually rebuild your soil instead of depleting it? This method doesn't just improve soil, it transforms it into black gold, a rich carbon-charged matrix that holds nutrients, retains moisture, and fuels microbial life long after the frost fades. And the best part, winter conditions actually make biochar work better. Biochar is a special form of charcoal created by burning organic material like wood, crop waste, or nutshells in low oxygen, a process known as pyrolysis. The result is a porous, carbon-rich substance that acts like a nutrient sponge in your soil. So this charging process, well, it actually allows the biochar's microscopic pores to fill up with all those beneficial microbes and minerals, turning it from just inert carbon into a living, breathing soil amendment. Most gardeners, they think winter is just a dead zone, frozen soil, inactive worms, and barely any microbial life. But honestly, this is exactly why winter is the best time to introduce biochar. Here's why. First, freeze-thaw charging. When you add biochar to the soil in late autumn or early winter, the natural freeze-thaw cycle actually pushes moisture and nutrients deep into its pores. As the soil expands and contracts, the biochar gets saturated with the surrounding organic matter, so it's effectively charging itself over time. So, microbial incubation. Even in winter, microbial life doesn't stop. It just, slows down a bit. The porous surface of biochar actually provides these safe, insulated microhabitats for microbes to survive those cold months. They're just waiting there, ready to multiply explosively once the spring warmth returns. Now let's talk about moisture lock. Biochar has this incredible ability to retain water, During those dry winter winds or sudden freezes, it really helps stabilize soil moisture levels and prevents dehydration of plant roots and all those dormant soil organisms. And finally, pH buffering. Winter runoff and acidic rains can, unfortunately, strip soil of nutrients. But biochar's alkalinity comes to the rescue. It helps neutralize acidity, keeping soil chemistry balanced for the next growing season. Here's the simple, step-by-step process to make your own winter biochar soil hack work. Step 1. Make or source quality biochar. If you're making your own, use dry hardwood, bamboo, or coconut shells burned in a low-oxygen container, like a metal drum or a biochar retort. Just remember, avoid plastics or treated wood. Step 2. Charge the biochar. Raw biochar is a bit like a sponge. If you add it dry, it will actually absorb nutrients from your soil instead of giving them. So you'll want to soak it for at least a week in one of the following. Step 3. Apply before deep frost. Spread 1/2 to 1 inch of charged biochar over your garden beds or mix it into the top 4 inches of soil. The goal isn't to bury it deep. It will naturally integrate over winter. Step 4. Cover and insulate. Top it off with mulch, straw or leaves. This forms your winter biolayer, keeping microbes active and worms insulated. The biochar beneath absorbs decomposing nutrients and slowly binds them within its carbon lattice. Step 5. Let winter do the work. Now just step back and let nature handle it. Each freeze-thaw cycle infuses your biochar with minerals and oxygen, preparing your soil for explosive growth once the thaw arrives. By early spring, you'll notice a visible difference: dark, crumbly soil that smells sweet and feels alive. Compost provides nutrients, but it breaks down quickly. Biochar, however, acts like a battery that stores nutrients and keeps them available for decades. While organic matter decomposes, biochar locks in nitrogen, potassium, and trace minerals, preventing them from leaching out during winter rains. This slow-release effect keeps your soil fertile long-term. Think of compost as fuel, and biochar as the engine that keeps it running efficiently. Together, they create a living soil ecosystem that self-regulates moisture, temperature, and fertility, even under frost. Adding biochar isn't just about soil health, it's also about the planet. You see, biochar locks carbon into the ground for hundreds, even thousands of years, preventing it from escaping into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. That means every time you apply biochar, you're not only improving your garden, you're actively contributing to carbon sequestration and climate resilience. Quite remarkable, isn't it? This is regenerative gardening at its finest, feeding the soil, feeding your plants, and healing the planet all at once. When I first tested the Winter Biochar method, I noticed a striking difference by March. Fascinating stuff, really. My soil held moisture weeks longer than usual. Worms were abundant just under the surface. Early seedlings grew thicker stems and deeper roots. The biggest surprise, crops like spinach and kale, which usually struggled through cold snaps, bounced back faster and greener. That's when I realized winter isn't the enemy, it's the accelerator if you know how to work with it. The Winter Biochar Secret is, well, more than just a hack. It's a seasonal rhythm that transforms those cold months into real soil-building time. While most gardens are lying dormant, yours can be quietly improving, fueled by microbial life, carbon structure, and, better moisture retention. Yeah. So this winter, don't let your soil sleep. Give it biochar and let the frost turn it into black gold. When spring arrives, you'll dig into the richest, healthiest earth your garden has ever seen. If you found this helpful, like, share, and subscribe for more natural gardening secrets. Let's bring the soil back to life, one winter at a time.